Right, welcome back. Last time we went up in tech and grabbed, well, in admin and Miltech, and grabbed continuity of mission in order to improve stability gain. Though it does not seem to be enough for, well, stability level 3. It is, however, helping somewhat. Somewhat. Yeah, it's not enough to get that. Thankfully, next session well, commercialization should arrive, probably sometime during 1450. But until then, well, we gotta wait. At the very least, this year there's going to be an election for a new leader. Hopefully, that leader will be better. Seriously, the advisors are less longer than the leaders by far. Oh well. Yeah, income's doing great. Oh, and the amenities are continuing to be constructed. We've already actually hit level 1, I believe. Yep. Probably should prepare for refabricating claims again. Oh well. Yeah, so we already hit level 1. Apparently the required amount is actually lower than I anticipated. Well, it does mean I can see how much amenities we need for the next rank, which is going to be at 12 total. Once the construction project is done, we will have 8. Probably. Might also be smart to eventually start investing into irrigation in order to improve the productivity of my farmlands. Oh, and investments have been made into setting up a salt mining industry. Sort of. It's really extraction of sea salt. At the very least, it brings in new jobs for the peasant class, and should at least encourage fewer to emigrate, and possibly even some to immigrate from the rest of the HRE. Which we're getting there to the next reform. Whether or not it can actually be achieved, I actually do not know. But yeah. Like I'm in here somewhere and I've specified that I actually support this next reform because, well, stability. Human player supports reform. I'd rather get that than prestige. So, yeah. Two two five 533 322. So either way, at least as good as the current president. I'm personally hoping for 533. Honestly, in most of these cases, it's the first one and the second one are gonna have like, well, 1 4 and 2 3s. The other one, 3 4s. If anything, I'd actually rather have the preference is the second than the last because I don't need mill points. I need admin points. As for the actual end result, well, of course, the event ends up covering who will be 322. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to live with for some time. Right, so the tech cost of this technology. I'm going to assume that I'm going to take it, and that I will still have to pay the boosted cost from commercialization. So I'm not going to discount that plus 30%. Still plus 90%, so the cost is 360 points higher than it actually is. So I need to reduce that 920 by 360, which gets me 580. Right, so I can assume that I earn 10 points, 100 points a year. So, I should be able to, I can easily afford the next idea. The one after that is questionable. But yeah. Anyway. Faith through fealty. To swear an oath is to bind yourself. To violate that bond is heresy. And swearing such an oath, treason, becomes heresy. Foreign spy to action plus 20%. Of course, anyone spying on me. Yeah. Oh, they're no longer a free city now. I think that makes them a rogue republic. Hope. Did they really grab the middle province of Free? Couldn't you have picked up East Friesland? Instead of Ome London? Either way, it would have gone better. Oh, and I probably should... Yeah, let's grab the Plutocracy. 55 points. Shell-built ships. As the cog reaches its structural limits, yada yada yada. Naval force limit plus 2%, trade range plus 50, and a bunch of ship types that I have no chance of building at the moment. Yeah. Right, higher calling. Often spiritual matters are said to be above temporal ones. But if service to the temporal state is also a spiritual matter, then service in its highest office may well be a higher calling than acting in any spiritual position. Admin advisor cost is halved, and, well, is reduced by 50%, and spiritual influence is increased by 0.10. Yeah, actually, it's halving after the current year increase, so... Yeah, all admin advisors are now half cost, which increases my general advisor reduces my general advisor costs by a sixth. And given that's generally my biggest expense, that's actually by quite a bit. Right, let's repeal the Tolerance Act. I'll probably set that up later. I would like to have poor relief. The +1 yearly Republican tradition will dramatically improve things. After that is cultural ideas, which I'm probably not going to do the acculturation program anyway, unless I get into colonialism for some reason or another. Legal protections would be nice. It's better than Tolerance Act. It would require representative ideas and humanist ideas. Well, representative ideas. Yeah. Looks like a focus for admin points in the future. But that's something to handle later. First idea group was done. I'm still going to focus admin points because that's the only thing I'm low on. Everything else I have more than enough, especially no points. I'll be saving those for whatever no point idea group I get. The Diplo points are for whatever idea group I get 1450. Which will almost certainly be culture ideas, but I may change my mind next session. That, well, is always a possibility. Yeah, property maintenance dropped to near 0. Well, what can I say? Consistency tends to be rather strange. Properties doing terribly. Yep. Continuing to do terribly. The mines aren't doing that great after all. So, it's a good point to stop here. Nobles are extremely loyal. This will only last so long, so I plan on doing reforms when 1450 rolls around. Either way. What exactly I do depends on the state of my admin points when that rolls around. Because I'm personally hoping to get a good amount of admin points so that I can grab block books as soon as possible. I'd like to maintain that ahead of time on this. and get that next idea group, which will probably be cultural, unless I change my mind. There's a chance that I will change my mind, but I personally find it unlikely. I also went ahead and managed to finish cultural ideas, getting the last two, so most of the stuff is actually kind of useless for me. That admin advisor cost reduction, having admin advisor costs, is good, because it reduces my what is consistently my largest expense, by a sixth. Which at the moment is about 0.06 ducats, or actually 0.07 ducats. But still, that's per month, so that does build up with time. Commercialization is getting there. It's taking its time. Though I haven't really been able to change it that much. I do, however, only need about 4% by this point. What I'm uncertain on, well, and I also managed to hit 3 stability, which is excellent. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to keep this up, though. Probably not for that long, and whatever I do. I'm almost certainly going to start expanding the state again, once 1450 rolls around, which will cause some level of havoc with my stability. Though, what exactly I'm going to do, again, I'm uncertain on. I might choose to do major reforms of hybrid military, or I might continue to promote noble interests in the hopes of, like, convincing them to get rid of some privileges, like rural autonomy, or tax evasion. Yeah. I definitely need to lower their autonomy at some point. But it also reduces administrative costs, too, so... Plus, autonomy is going down anyway. The further reducing that would be great, but I think the easiest way to do that would be to instead reduce, well, the bureaucratic reforms. I'm going to have to do those anyway, or just lower state corruption. Okay, here we are. I mean, the elites no longer are a major source, but that's because I've been basically making them like me as much as I can manage. Which not only reduces the corruption they generate, but also reduces autonomy. Which produces corruption gain further. Problem is, this isn't something I can feasibly maintain for a long time. The burghers? Maybe. The clergy? Kinda. It depends on whether or not what exactly I choose to do. Which in most cases will be just continuous populist prosecution, because why the heck not? I've got -17 unrest in my capital province. I don't really care. As long as I don't get low stability, I can just keep doing that. I might do another Diplotech first, although it depends. I'm gonna have to see if I lose points when I embrace commercialization. Because if I do, I'll tech up Diplotech until I no longer lose points. And then just tech up a bunch of times. Because why not? Or, well, maybe not tech up a bunch of times. First grab the admin tech. Then grab, say, culture ideas. Whatever idea group I get, it will be one of them. The one after that has to be one of these military ideas. Might do naval. Might do quality or quantity. I mean, either one's going to unlock the either Grand Army, Professional Army idea group. Probably not mercenaries though, because I don't use mercenaries. Yeah. I mean, if it's privateers, I don't need that. Okay. So. Has anything expired? I probably should check. Just in case I need to do anything. No. None of the do every time stuff, anyway. Centralization is going way up. Stability plus centralizing the state is amazing. I've also activated the poor relief in order to boost the gain of Republican tradition. which is now at +2 per year, with the combination of high stability, high faction support, and, well, the poor relief, of course, and all the little buffs that the ideas give, specifically simplicity of money and moral authority. The combination, well, Civic Religion plus Plutocracy, yeah. Police force might be a good idea eventually, though it doesn't seem that good. Same with fiat money. Legal protections is great eventually, though that's probably going to need to wait a long time. I've got enough experience to tell you that, yeah. Representative ideas is very late game. Innovative ideas are going to take a while. They have not appeared yet. This, by the way, is sort of outdated. This prerequisite and additional requirements diagram, among other things, it has not taken into account the tech changes. I'm not entirely certain where we would be before the tech changes, but I think we'd be at admin 19 at the most. Well, tech level 19 at the most. Possibly tech level 50. It depends. Yeah, I think we might be at tech level. I think we're, or even, maybe even 11. So I highly doubt that. I doubt that we'd be that far back. Although the Communist Manifesto would normally be at tech level 60, wouldn't it? So I'd say we're actually 6 techs ahead. We're 6 more techs than otherwise would be, so tech level 19. Yeah. So this theoretically would, so innovative would theoretically require tech level 26 expansion, which would require tech level 30, ag level domain, diplotech level 34. Yeah. Oh well, commercialization is coming soon. Relatively quickly. Hopefully before 1450. Again, I think that I am certain that this estimate is based upon the truncation value. The actual value of this spread, if it fully calculates, is about 0.095 per month. In order to really get a display, I would have to have about 60... Yeah, 66%. So, yeah, plus 66.7%. It's a little less than 0.05, than 0.095, but it's pretty close to that. The question is, does the spread number actually take into account that longer number, or does it use the shortened number? I do not know. Perhaps I do in the past. I used to play this game a good bit more than I do now, but I'm uncertain. And humans are at war with Trebizond. This also happens to be at war with the Golden Horde. Poland, Lithuania, Bryansk, Soviet, Georgia, Osage. Golden Horde happens to be invading Poland. Mongolia and Bryansk in war for tribute because they're trying to get. Because they're trying to take Bryansk. The scary thing is, it looks like they're winning. 26,000 troops. The East is a mess. That's all I'm going to say on that. Oh, we've managed to pass another imperial reform, specifically dynastic inheritance, which also contributes to my own stability. Not by a huge amount, mind you, but it helps. It helps. Also nice to see provincial corruption go down. State corruption is stable because the latest ruler is exactly as mediocre as the previous one. Yay. At least he's giving me plenty of admin points. Next election is in 1448. We'll see how well the next ruler is. Because if the ruler turns out to be terrible, and for example increases tech costs, or idea costs, I am going to swap to a 1 year. I have enough points banked up so that I can manipulate elections a bit if I really need to. And on that note, that's enough for now. I'll see you again next time. Until then.